Welcome to Virginia Bakes. Good morning, or early afternoon, depending on, guess, where you are. For me, it's still morning. I'm really excited because I know for a fact that my niece, Emily, is going to join me and actually be baking along with me, which was my hope for this channel, so I'm really excited about that. So I'm gonna give it a moment before I get started and make sure she's here. I just texted her. And before we get started, so let's see. Emily, where are you? Today, I really need, wait till you see the overhead here in a moment. I've got so much stuff on this surface. I'm running out of space. I did get a new toy. I bought a new waffle maker for this. And of course it's pink. You'll see that in just a moment. Emily. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, here's all the stuff, pretty much all this stuff. So, oh, her name today is going to be Brady on the chat. Okay, so here we go. There's my pink, look how cute this is, my pink waffle maker. It is on. It says it's ready. You're gonna just leave it open. This won't take long, actually. It's gonna be a really fast one. And then I'm gonna have a waffle sundae for brunch. A waffle sundae for Sunday brunch. That'll be really nice. Okay, here we go. Now this is a King Arthur recipe. I wanted to do something chocolatey. And I was just kind of looking up what they had in terms of brownies. I had thought of doing like a brownie situation, and our family, my mom developed this brownie topping. It's brown sugar and pecans and butter, and you kind of melt it all together and crumble that on top and then bake it, and it sort of becomes like a little bit of a candied finish on top. I wanted to do something like that, but maybe more of a legitimate like praline topping. But I'm gonna work on that. In the meantime, I found this on King Arthur's website, and I was like, okay, this looks good, I need to try this. The waffles, I made some Friday so I could take a little thumbnail picture, and they come out more cake-like than like a cake brownie than like a fudgy brownie. I wonder if you could do something more of a thick fudge brownie in a waffle iron, or how well would it cook? I'm not sure. Anyways, so here we go. Our first step is going to be to combine the eggs, butter, and vanilla. So I've got my bowl here. I don't technically need to weigh this at the moment, so I'm going to set this aside. We'll crack our eggs. I've got my butter wrapper from when I melted the butter earlier and brought it to room temperature. So this is cool room temperature, but there's my melted butter. I saved the butter wrapper so I could have my nice little egg cracking setup that I do to keep clean. I can check for shells. No shells, we're good. Okay. I didn't get shells in the bowl. I got the whole bowl in the bowl. See, I already see a shell. Slippery fingers. Okay, that one's good as well. Let's not drop the bowl this time. Get this out of here. Rinse my fingers because I have egg on them now. The iPad won't let me comment. Oh no, Emily, how am I gonna? Here, I'll bring my phone over here. Just in case you need me for something, then I'll be able to see that you're reaching out. Oops. Okay. There we go. All right, so if you need something, I'm like, I have the YouTube chat on my computer, and then I have my phone with your text up. So if you need something, just let me know. All right, so that is the egg, 2 eggs. To that, we're gonna add 4 tablespoons of melted butter that has then been brought to room temperature so it doesn't do anything weird to the eggs. This is a half a stick of butter, 4 tablespoons, 57 grams. Get all that good butter out of there. Oh, I should have kept I do like to have this guy for the spoon rest. And then a teaspoon of vanilla. Right? Yes. And it says to beat this for 2 minutes. So you know me, I'm gonna set a timer and beat this for 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Oh, there we go. I'm like, I charged this thing. I know it has power. What's going on? I'm just gonna start on low so I don't make, I can gauge how sloppy it is, for lack of a better word, and I don't fling egg butter mixture all over the place. So Emily is making this vegan, if I remember. She found a solution for vegan buttermilk, which I believe you said, Emily, was are you using almond milk or soy milk, and then you add vinegar to it for the acidic property. I mean, what are you using for eggs? Just like an egg replacer, like the it's made from what kind of seed? What seed is an egg replacer? I'm drawing a blank. It's not. Is it? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna kick myself because I can't remember. I'm gonna kick myself because I can't remember the name of it. Was my mic just too loud just now? This is super exciting content for another 20 seconds. I think my mic is too loud. It's like shooting up into the red. Corvus, hello. Flax, yes, thanks, Jimena. Oh my gosh, my vegan friend, Jimena, who I have made some vegan baked goods for, just texted me flax. That's funny. Applesauce? Oh, you're using applesauce for the egg? That works too. I have not tried that one. I have tried the flax when I've made things for Jimena. Okay, that's our 2 minutes. Let me just turn the mic down a smidge because it's going into the red. I guess that's probably not great. Okay. So there is our egg, butter, vanilla mixture. To this, we'll be adding all the dry ingredients. I like to do the dry ingredients in a separate bowl and stir them up just to make sure. Because once you add, I think we've talked about this before, but once you add the flour to the wet stuff, if you mix it too much, it's gonna start building those gluten bonds or strands or whatever in the flour, which will make it a little tougher, like a bread. I mean, won't fully go bread-like, but I'm here in the iPad. Okay. And so I like to stir all the dry ingredients together and get them really good and mixed before adding them to the wet. So I think in the recipe, probably just, and the way I did it Friday was I did just put it all in together into one bowl. But let's just be extra careful here. All right, so now we need, oh, let's go back. We're gonna go back. I forgot to blend in the buttermilk. Silly Virginia. All right, this is a cup of buttermilk, right? 1 cup, 227 grams. I measured this out earlier and got it to room temperature so it doesn't seize up the butter, the melted butter. And you would get like, the butter would start becoming hard and you get little butter chunks. No. Wouldn't be the worst thing ever, but it's also not ideal. Okay, now we're good to go. All right, set that aside. Then get the scale back. Then get the bowl for the flour, which is over here. Okay, so now for the flour, we need 1 cup, which is 120 grams of the flour. 100. 20. Okay, and then we're going to need sugar. 149 grams of sugar. What is that? 3/4 cup? Yeah, 3/4 cup of sugar. I've been like having this internal debate on whether I should measure everything out ahead of time. what is that? I'm gonna butcher the French, but it's mise en place, something along those lines, about having everything in place and ready to go. It's not really how I bake normally. Like, I just grab stuff as I need it because it's a small kitchen. Everything's nearby. 149. Okay. 47. 89. Okay, there we go. Then I guess it's probably not the most exciting thing to watch me grab it all. So I did measure my Dutch processed cocoa ahead of time. Set that aside. That's half a cup, 43 grams of Dutch process. That's the darker cocoa. You could use natural. I went with Dutch. Then we need our baking powder, so half a teaspoon. Baking soda is also a half a teaspoon. How do you like my circle? I figured out the circle thing. I even put a little border on it. So pleased. And then I measured it out because I don't have an acute container. The salt, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm skipping the nutmeg. I'm sure I have some, but I didn't really want, mostly didn't want nutmeg in my, mixed in with my chocolate. I don't know why. It feels like I don't like cinnamon mixed in with it. I don't know. I'm weird. It's not optional. Everything's, well, not everything is optional, but it's a flavoring, so it's optional. Another thing you might put in here is some espresso powder. That's really good for bringing out a dark chocolate flavor. That would be delicious. Let's see here. Emily. Good morning, Heather. How's it going, Emily? Are you following along? Am I going too fast? Anyways, just doing this in a separate bowl and stirring it together is just making sure that baking powder and baking soda is spread throughout, and we don't get it just in some of the batter and not the rest of the batter, or we don't overmix the batter trying to make sure the baking soda and the baking powder is incorporated into the full batter. This will help us with that without Christy, espresso powder, yes. Christy, I can do that for you. I cannot do that for our dear friend Mandy. She has noticed when I put like a teaspoon of espresso powder in something chocolatey and been like, she's noticed. She's like the princess in the pea. She'll find it. Okay, so now let me just double check. 2 eggs, done. Melted butter, done. Vanilla, done. Buttermilk, done. Flour, sugar, cocoa, baking powder, baking soda, table salt, a scoop of nutmeg. We are going to gently stir this in to the wet mixture, and then we will stir in our walnuts and mini chocolate chips. Okay. Low setting so I don't fling it about and make a mess. Well, I already also did this. Let's see how this works. Oh yeah, a little close up. Is it focused? I can't tell. Amy! Oh, good morning, you guys. Drive safe. I love those nephews of ours. How cute are they? Tell Charity I said hi. Okay, let's go back to technology. Okay, this is happy with this. I'm gonna get rid of these. The rest I'll do by hand. Get that out of the way. I'm gonna close this just to make sure it's getting good and hot on the inside. Just a little indicator light on this side to tell me we're hot enough. Okay. The recipe calls for mini chocolate chips. They're probably easier to use than full-size chocolate chips in the waffle iron, but you really could probably get away with full-size. And then walnuts, which I do enjoy, even though pecan is my favorite. I'm like, let me not do pecans in everything. Let me show those walnuts some love. I'm gonna stir these in. This is a great, super fast recipe. I mean, how long have we been going? Not even like 15-ish minutes, barely. And we've got the batter ready. You could even do, this would be halved pretty easily. The granulated sugar, 3/4 a cup, half of that is difficult unless you are weighing it out. Then it's like 75 grams and you're done. But I don't know, 3/4, so that's 6/8. You'd have to get 1/8 of a cup, or how many tablespoons? If it's 4 tablespoons, I have a thing. 4 tablespoons for a 1/4 cup. So 4 of those 16 tablespoons. So no, just do the weigh it. Just weigh it and you're done. Then you can half this recipe and just have a few, because it does make quite a good number of waffles. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna need this. I'm gonna need, actually I think I will need this. And I've been using a cookie scoop, and I've been doing, when I did this on Friday, I did like, I don't know, 3 scoops per waffle. They came out pretty big. You could, if your waffle iron has these dividers, then you could, once you pull your waffle out, you could split it into 4ths or whatever. But I just did 2 heaping scoops in the middle and just made a nice wonky. 10 minutes, thanks. Could I potentially freeze or keep the batter refrigerated? It'll probably start losing the air bubbles. So you might have denser waffles at that point. You can just go ahead and do all the waffles and then store them. You could wrap them individually and put them in the freezer, or put them in a big bag, Ziploc bag or container of some sort, and just store them in the fridge and then reheat them as you need them. I would think you could save batter. Yeah, you can. You can save the batter. You'll just lose air. It'll slowly deflate. I wonder if you. If you did everything except for the baking powder and baking soda and then stirred that in later, that might be annoying. I mean, you still would want to then just do them all at once at that point. Okay. This is gonna go pretty quick. Let's see here. Now, on Friday, I did test my waffle iron and tested several different like non-stick situations. And it turns out this waffle iron is plenty non-stick and I don't need it. So I tried it first. I tried, it's the Pam olive oil spray. I don't have the regular spray. And the olive oil, it turned black in there. Like the smoke point was really high or something, or really low, whichever one causes to burn that much sooner. Exactly what I was saying. Watching from California with Brittany. Oh, yay! Hi, Brittany. Hi, Brandon. This is early for you guys. Oh my gosh, it's 8:20 in the morning on a Sunday. Dang. What was I saying? I don't remember. But anyways, so I didn't need nonstick. I tried painting butter in there with like a pastry brush, the melted butter, and that was fine. It did turn brown pretty quick, so I didn't really like the look of that either. Not that you can tell. I mean, these are very dark brownies. You're not going to see the difference. But then I was like, well, maybe it doesn't need it. So I tried one and it was fine. But if you have an older waffle iron or like a cast iron kind of a waffle iron or something, then you'll just need to do what you would normally do. What we're looking for is for the steam to stop. There should be steam coming out of here. I could flip it, but I'm not that worried about it. I guess I'll flip it once. I'm going to get the ice cream because we're so close to being done. There's some ice cream, a little ice cream scoop, and then I have hot fudge and caramel sauce getting warm. Let me get that. Yeah, I'm having a waffle sundae for brunch. 10 viewers at once. This is amazing. It's my new record. So Jimena, you use egg replacer, the flaxseed stuff, and Emily went with applesauce, right? And then Emily, what did you do for the buttermilk? Do I see? Yeah, I still see steam. So we're gonna give it a minute. I hate waiting. It smells really good in here. The Soloria sisters. If you don't know, if you're new around here, I happen to have 6 sisters. Well, there's 6 of us. I have 5 sisters. I'm the 6th, and then 1 brother. So there's 7 of us. There's a bunch. Amy, Charity, Heather, Hope, Mary, or Ellie. We call her Ellie, and then our brother John. There's a bunch of us. Any more steam? There's a smidge of steam. I get really impatient. This ice cream is gonna melt on this stuff so fast. It's gonna be delicious. I went with vanilla. I was kind of thinking, you're just dairy free. Oh, so you can do egg. Got it. What's your favorite dairy free ice cream, Emily? I'm just using Tillamook is generally my favorite ice cream brand. I love Ben & Jerry's. I love their fish food is my favorite. That would be really good on here. Okay, I don't see any steam anymore. I'm going to, with this soft spatula so I don't scratch my, let's switch hands. So I don't scratch my waffle maker. There's my waffle. Ice cream, yes please. Okay, a little bit of chocolate hot fudge. Now King Arthur does have a hot fudge recipe. I opted to just go with a store-bought hot fudge this time. Maybe one day we'll do their hot fudge sauce. And then some caramel, because why not? You could put some candied, like, what is that? The walnuts in the sauce. That is, like, get all of your hot fudge sundae toppings. Some fruit would be nice on there if you're that kind of, if you're like a fruity, chocolate fruity person. Okay, Emily, where are you at? Ben & Jerry's has the best dairy-free ice cream. Charity likes Ben & Jerry's dairy-free too. Yeah, they've got really great dairy-free option. I'm really grateful that that's not something I have to worry about. Maybe I should, but I don't think so. Okay, here we go. Let me do a close-up. It's not really focused, which I can't change in the middle of a thing, so sorry about that. Closer? That doesn't help. Okay. That doesn't help either. We'll have to figure that part out. All right, here we go. Emily, do you have yours? Is yours ready? I'll do a little shoulder shimmy because that's delicious. Good stuff. So quick, fast stream today. I guess I could have stretched it out if we made the chocolate sauce, but Christy, it's delicious. Do you have a waffle iron? You got to try it. It's so good. All right, I'm going to be making waffles to store for the rest of the morning. Look at that. Really, I think a half batch would totally be fine. Just weigh your ingredients. You can very easily get a half of the sugar needed. Okay. Yeah, happy shoulder dance. Happy chocolate. This is a delicious dance. I should stop eating it and just say goodbye. Any questions? Any questions, you guys? Chocolate and ice cream for breakfast. I'm an adult. I can do what I want. Whew. Okay. All right, well, there you go. Some chocolate brownie waffles, cake-like kind of a brownie. Very delicious. Love the walnuts with the crunch in there, and then of course the sauces. Next time, we'll try some homemade sauce and see how that goes. I got to get a good setup for like heating a pot over here. But anyways, okay, thank you so much for joining me today in my kitchen. This was a quick one. Last week I couldn't believe with the lemon pound cake, that was an hour and a half. Didn't feel like it. It flew by. The next thing I know, it's an hour and a half later. So here's the way to make up for that. How do you access the recipe? There's a link in the description. It's at King Arthur. It's called their fudge waffles with ice cream and chocolate sauce. And they do have the recipe on there for the chocolate sauce. I just haven't tried that yet. It is on my list, my wish list of recipes to try. They also have a caramel sauce. Or like a salted caramel sauce would be really good. Yeah, sorry. So the recipe link is in the description in this video. So, all right. Well, that's it, you guys. That was a fast one. Next week, we'll move into fall recipes. I'm in Florida. It does not feel anything like fall, but we're going to pretend, use our imagination. And I think I'm going to do something apple related. Even though personally, I'm not a huge fan of apples. I know that's ridiculous. Can I eat them? Yes, I can eat them. Do I want to eat them? I don't really want to eat them. But I saw a recipe that was like a apple almond, like a frangipane tart thing that I thought might work really nice. I need to take a good look at it and see how that would work for a stream. But maybe something in addition to the apple would be good for me, just because just not an apple fan. But that's okay. And so we'll get started on fall recipes next week. Then after that, we'll do something pumpkin-y, then maybe something mapley. Probably should do something savory. Maybe like a cheesy bread type of a situation. Thanks, Brittany. Okay, everybody, thanks for joining. Have a great rest of your Sunday. If you ever try this, just let me know. Comment on the video that you've given it a try and what you thought of it. And I will see you next week. Thanks, everyone.